Okay, here we are at the entrance to Blighttown. Let me show you how vulnerable these guys are to fire here. This one combustion takes them out. As a matter of fact, let's show off our fire weapon since I'm going to be using it for this area. There we go. Fire Claymore. You see, it deals a lot of damage. Now, it sort of has the same types of attack animation. Now, something you'll notice here is that I'm heavy rolling, so I've got to get a lighter shield. There we go. Good enough. Deals a lot of damage. Slower attack animation costs more stamina, and I guess this was a bad choice for a weapon for this. Because it's sort of the same thing as a straight sword, but whatever. Okay, so now we're at the entrance of Blighttown. Blighttown! Let's take a look at the key to Blighttown. Its name's Jess, Great Pestilence. And the inhabitants of the depths made the key to block it. Made the gate to block it. Well, let's, ooh, a message. Strong poison ahead. Very, very appropriate. I like that. I like that. Oh, I don't have my thing equipped anymore. Okay. Oh, so much for that. Now, this is Blighttown. This part is going to be largely a vertical area. And we can see those guys that we avoided earlier. They have these huge weapons that deal poison damage as well as normal damage. Not too hard to block if you have enough stamina for it. You can also kick them off the edge, or get them to fall off themselves. And you can just knock them off by backstabbing them. They're worth quite a few souls. I think 500? Let's check it out. Yeah, 500. And if you kill them without, knocking them off the edge or something, they will actually drop an item that you can use to toxic enemies. The dung pie. You can buy that from the female merchant too, in the sewer. So the preferred way of doing this is just to backstab them. It kind of looks like you shove your sword up their butt. Almost rolled off the edge there. But let's have some fun with our new sword here. There we go. You get a dung pie. It also toxics you. So you need to have a bunch of stuff equipped to deal with that. It's mostly useful for things like PvP, but there are a bunch of enemies that are susceptible to it. There we go. Now there's some other guys later who we'll see pretty soon, which are the basic enemies of Blighttown. These guys. They're kind of some weird mole men or something. They're not too hard. They're basically as hard as, like, your slightly more difficult bad enemies. But let's not kick that guy. That guy's got a human on a stick. And if you kill him, sometimes he will drop soul items. Which obviously isn't that great, since, he drops souls to begin with. And it's always the smallest one. Okay. Ring of the Evil Eye is going to be doing some work here for us. Ah, you see there? How I've got the toxic there, and you see those white darts. That is the reason why we want toxic resistance for this area. You can block those darts, and it'll deal less damage. But, We want to avoid getting toxic at all costs, especially before we get to the first bonfire of the area, which is not until past this part. Okay, it looks like it's sort of safe right here. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Oh, you see how fast that kills you? Emma's almost dead. Okay. So now I don't have any more of those blooming things. The main thing to do is just keep running. But with this guy stuck here, I thought it was too dangerous to move past him. Because, I mean, these guys can kill you just as easily as the poison guys can. Well, not as easily. But they can kill you. They're no pushovers. Okay, so you see where he is. You can see where the things are coming from. I don't think he can get us through this wall here. No. You see him over there. Sometimes you can get him to walk off the edge. And if he does that, it makes things much easier because he can't shoot at you while you're approaching him. Oop, just activated some dudes further down the line. That's a grab, but I blocked it. They grab you, they deal a bunch of damage, they bat your face. Oop. Nothing too unique, at least. Okay, there's some other enemies down here, so I kind of want to pull them up before I do anything. Enemies can actually climb ladders and stuff. I'm out of fire bombs, and that would be helpful here. I can always jump down on them. Let's equip our talisman here. Whoop. Oh, he was actually climbing up. Okay. We gotta kill this guy because they don't respawn. I got a purple moss clump. Sometimes they can drop the blooming ones, which is very, very helpful. And if you knock them off the edge or something, they'll still drop that. Okay, so we're pretty much in the clear now. As you can tell, this weapon's pretty good for this area. There's some enemies later, I think, that are more resistant to fire. And there will be a lot of things like this that are just like kind of hidden away in side areas that you wouldn't normally go to. Blighttown has a reputation for being a very horrible, laggy place, which it is. It's horrible, but it has its charms. So, it also has a bunch of little branching areas. Over here, whoa, hey buddy. Trying to grab me? Let's see how it is. See, it's that same kind of... Uh-oh. That same kind... I almost walked off the edge there. That same kind of two-hit strong combo that the straight sword has, but slightly different. And I like that just as much, but you can still chain your strong and weak attacks. Or I guess I should say strong and basic attacks, since they're... Be wary of liar. I don't know what they mean by that. Okay, so... I unequipped my orange, but I never unequipped my binoculars. There's a bonfire down there. Or maybe it's the bridge ahead of that. No, I think it's down there. You can see down there, that's the bottom of Blighttown. And we're up at the top. This area is friggin' huge. Which is why the frame rate is pretty bad on a lot of areas. Now, we're going to skip a little bit by jumping through here. I might want to remove my gear before doing this. Okay, we'll do that. Are we light rolling now? Good, 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 good. Man. It really helps. Well, I hit that pole, and that's not helpful. Okay, we're back here, and let's avoid that pole this time. Okay. There we go. So here we get the Ayato, which is the first katana I've picked up. Katanas are sort of like curved swords. They're mostly dexterity based. They do bleeds, but they don't have very much durability. Almost as low as crystal weapons. It's pretty good. Maybe we'll try that if we ever have our dexterity up high enough to use it. Probably not. But yeah, as you can see, I lost that chunk of souls I had. No big deal. I got about half of them back, just kind of killing my way back here. So as you can see, we're kind of trapped up here a little bit. And you can see I'm having a little bit of a frame rate problem here. That's Blighttown for you. And right around this area is a couple more of those ugly dudes coming up the ladder here. And they have invincibility frames when they're getting on or coming off of the ladder. So you want to be careful about that. Oh. Now, one of the things about fire weapons that I didn't bring up is that they don't have any parameter scaling. Ooh, almost walked off the edge there. What that means is that you don't get any bonuses from strength or dexterity or anything like that. So, Blighttown's gonna have a lot of things like this, where you gotta walk along some narrow ledges and stuff. And here we get 3 blooming moss clumps, which make this area bearable, basically. There are quite a few of those dart shooting guys, and there's one coming up in the very near future that we're going to want to deal with. There's also these kind of moving bridges. They only move when you move. And as long as you stop moving when they start moving, you're okay. There, I almost walked myself off. You can drop down from the bridge to get that item, but there's no reason to do that. Okay, here we have something I didn't want to happen. That's fighting an enemy on one of these bridges. Now these are sort of like the other dogs, but they're different. They have a special thing that they do. Well, I'll just go ahead and tell you. They breathe fire. So you're going to want to avoid that. Avoid staying in front of them. And there's another one. So there we go. And because I'm using a fire weapon here, not doing very much damage. Or maybe they're just tough. I don't know. So to get that item there, I want to come back from another angle. So come down here. And I should probably equip that that spider shield. Okay, here this is a bit of a dangerous thing. Just want to get rid of that thing there. Don't want to do an attack that makes you move forward at all, though. There, I get a humanity. No big deal. Okay. So, one of the things that would be useful here is having a bow. I don't have a bow that I can actually use, so unfortunately I can't do that. But those dart guys, you can kind of get the drop on them by shooting them from a longer distance. They can normally still hit you, but you can sometimes hit them from areas that they can't see you. Which is kind of the strategy with that. Okay, I'm trying to remember how I'm supposed to get back. I guess I go back up. And across the bridge. Yeah, I guess I have to go across the bridge. And then down this way. No, this is where I was before. How am I? Oh, right. Yeah. Just walk on here. And here we have the bonfire. Now I lost my humanity there, but let's go ahead and what the hell I have this for? Wonder if you can give that to the crow. Let's go ahead and equip our humanity here, and we'll kindle the bonfire once. Actually, hang on. No, we're not going to kindle this bonfire. So I just wasted the humanity. Okay. Let's go ahead and we'll leave that equipped. Keep moving. And as you see, this area is very dark. I don't even know how well it's going to show up in the recording. Distant things and stuff like that. But there are torches around, and that usually leads you to where you're supposed to go. Look at that guy. Look at that guy in that box. That guy's dumb. That's a terrible trap, bro. Now, if you kind of angle your camera so that you're not facing the outer area, it helps with the lag a little bit. There's soul item? Oh, man. That was odd. I didn't even rest at that bonfire, did I? Nope. That was extremely strange. Because I kind of slid down the wall, I didn't take any damage there. Or at least not that I noticed. Okay. Okay. I thought I was gonna die there, but I suppose we survived. Now, we have to rest at that bonfire, otherwise we won't respawn there. Even though I would like to not respawn the enemies. Do I have enough to level up? Nope. I could use a soul item. Sure, why not? Let's use one of these. Is that enough? Not quite. I'm sure there's some enemies over here you can kill. Didn't quite get all of our items from over here, so let's go back up here. This guy's still in his hidey hole. Made it seem like I got hit there, but I didn't. Sound effect. Man. This lag's brutal. Ooh. The wide range of this is very nice, especially for stuff like this. While the slow attack speed is a detriment, obviously. Is a much wider arc and a much longer reach than the other, well, than a straight sword. Even though it has a similar attack animation set. So here we're back over here. Back up here. This is basically how you're supposed to get into the area. The area we started at is over there. I don't think there's anything special over here at all. So, let's just go back down. Still doing pretty well. It's going to take me a while to get down through the rest of this. So, hopefully I can avoid losing too many Estus flasks to stupid stuff. Now, something I forgot that I wanted to do is equip the spider shield. It's actually better for stability than the shield I currently have equipped. I think it might even be lighter. No, it's the same. Okay. This will help a little bit against the dart shooty guys. Okay, so when looking for the areas you're supposed to go to, you want to look for ladders or areas further down that you can get to easily. Sometimes you can just jump down here, and sometimes you can bait the enemies to falling off the edge. This is a very, very vertical area. Having the thing that makes you take less damage from falling would be extremely good here. So, if you can... if you can afford the intelligence to get that high, it would be really nice. Be wary of sniper. Okay, so some kind soul is now telling us that there is a guy around. Let's see if we can find him. Now, with the darkness here, it's not necessarily clear, but there he is over there. You can just barely see him behind that thing. Now, I don't have anything that I can actually deal good damage to him. It's hard to see him from here. So basically you just have to run across this wide gap here to avoid him. And sometimes they'll actually knock themselves off the edge. So we can hope for that, but I really should have that toxic curing item equipped. So let's do that. I can hear some guy coming towards me. Let's replace our fire bombs for now. And like I said, we can get more of those by the toxic guys themselves dropping it. And if we block, we'll take less toxic damage from the attacks, from the darts. And it is in fact possible to sneak past these guys, but it's very difficult because they're normally placed fairly high up. So, if we can, we want to get across there to him. Okay, you see that down there? I don't want to actually look at it here because that dart guy is probably going to start shooting at me. So let's look for a area to go up. Nothing over here. See if we can bait him into attacking us. I think I lost him. Area is really too dark to see anything. So, just gotta be careful. Get across here. There's a guy. And there's a ladder. So it doesn't look like he saw me, or at least I'm out of his attack area that he's wanting to be in. we can see this thing here. Try ranged battle. That's actually not a bad idea. But you see this. It's a thing that will kill you if you get down there and like touch him. Okay. I think he's over there. Again, let's just be careful. Just have our toxic thing equipped, but not panic too much. If we just get hit by the toxic things, not necessarily have to use it immediately when we get hit by the first dart. Okay, the guy's coming up here, I think. I see him. Maybe they're not. There's another ladder over here. There's a guy. You coming up or not? I guess they're just hanging out. That's unpleasant. Maybe if we try climbing down. Yeah. We'll trigger him coming up. Now, something else I probably should have gotten before I came here was the poison bite ring that you can buy from Oswald. But I didn't. Yeah. Now there's a dude shooting at me. See that? That was the invincibility frames from him climbing the ladder. The most important thing is to not walk out into the open here, because the toxic guy's been triggered. See, there he is, right there. Actually, that's a different one than the one I was looking at before. Okay. I want to have him targeted. You can kind of dodge the darts, too. Okay. So, got that. And over here, this actually leads out onto one of those pillars. I'm getting an interesting item here. On the buttress, the eagle shield. The eagle shield used to be like the basic shield of choice. This is the first shield we found that is a great shield, I think. Yeah. Which means you can't parry with it. But as you can see, it's got an even higher stability than our Black Knight shield, and a really good block for lightning. However, it's not very good for physical. You see, there's 95 physical there, and it's by far the lightest great shield with the least amount of strength requirement. Once we're not using the claymore, we'll try it out. The claymore is too heavy for me to equip both at the same time, and because I'm in Blighttown, I want to have the spider shield. Stability is less important than dying to one of those dudes. Now I want to have at least one of these toxic things for a little bit later. So maybe I was wrong about that guy over there. I thought there was another one of those sniper dudes over this way. What does this message say? Fatty ahead. Nope. That's progress then. Fatty equals progress. They're referring probably to one of those big barbarian dudes we saw at the beginning. There we go. Hi. Now these don't respawn, so it's very important to kill them ASAP. So, and that one guy just walked off the edge. Okay, so Blighttown has a bunch of these areas that are like walkways made with planks and stuff like that. But it also is this big, I don't know, bridge or road, or maybe it's part of the wall or something. But it has these large circular chambers in it. And there might only be one circular chamber. I don't know. That lead down to Goblin Town. And right now we just went back behind this beast, whatever this is. So this is a try range battle. You can get right up to him and kill him, but let's throw some lightning spears at him. Kill him in a couple hits. No big deal. Can we get back up here? Ah, I can hear one of those snipers shooting at me.